TH. I know this is your favorite YouTube channel because we've got all the filler for you. I have another spectacular interview for you. One of my favorites. This one is so personal. I find it personal. Yes, she's super talented. When I talk about super talented, she raps, she sings, she can do dancehall, she can do adowa for you even if you want it. And she's one of Ghana's favorite artists. She's played almost all the shows last December. I was going and I was seeing Feli, Charlie. Let me introduce to you the finest, Felinuna.
Hello.
Mr.
Kato, what's popping?
Glasses with you, any iso.
I think.
Yes,
swaggy. Yeah. So then the other one, no mission, no other days.
Just a dorsal.
No, so your cat in the other half, no. On another day,
Charlie, what's popping?
Charlie, Grace, life, living it, music, studio interviews, photo shoots, video shoots, the life.
You are basically living the life of an artist.
No, I know, yeah.
Charlie, how is music doing with you?
Music is amazing. I've seen progress. There's been a steady progress ever since I started. I came onto the scene in 2015, resurfaced onto the scene in 2015. So, yes.
So Felinuna was there. She disappeared.
Yeah, Felinuna was there. I released a song in 2012 under Links Entertainment, Ghana Girl Swag. Then I went off the scene for about 2 years, and then I came back. I was finishing school. Also, I wanted to get to know my direction as an artist, and I just felt like I wasn't ready at that time. So I just took some time back to just figure out everything, and I finished school, and then I came to do music full time.
I remember I was speaking to someone, and he said, "Oh, Felinuna, I heard about her when she went to Coca-Cola, the Coke studio."
Yeah.
It was in Kenya, right?
Yes, it was.
Yes. And how did that connection happen?
So I think for Coke Studio, it's based on merit. So when they see your work, definitely they want acts from all over Africa. So they do their research. So we were approached. We didn't have any call. We didn't have to call anybody or go meet anybody. We were just there. And then my manager then actually wanted to surprise me. So he met me at the mall, and then because I had just come onto the scene around that time with Alaikam in 2015. So he brought some plenty papers and said he wants me to sign. I'm like, how can I sign that? I've not even read. Yeah, and then I went through the documents, and then I saw that, it's Coke Studio, and I was very excited. And that experience has stuck with me since. And so far, I mean, I've performed on both credible stages outside, both here and then outside the country. But I'd say that's one of my top 3, the Coke Studio experience. Yes.
Definitely, because honestly, it was where a lot of people got, and people didn't even know you were Ghanaian at that point in time.
Yeah.
So when you got back from the Coke Studio, did you experience that effect on your career?
Yes, it did. It really gave me a new audience, and lots of people thought I was not Ghanaian as well. And in our industry here, it helps because we don't like to support our own. We like it when it's from outside rather than the fans. I don't know about the execs like you or the bosses like you, but it really did well for my career, and up till now they still mention it. So it's one of my very huge accolades. Yeah.
Feli, let's talk about your experience at Ebony's 1-year anniversary concert, where you were pelted with bottles of water because you had gone to support a sister who was gone.
Yeah.
How did you feel at that moment when it was happening? Because I realized when it started, you were still performing.
Yes.
And it actually had to get to a point you decided. How were you feeling? How could you even be performing when it happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I know it's a job hazard. I wouldn't lie that I've not thought about it before, because I wonder. I'm like, hey, you go on stage, you're so exposed, anything can happen. So it wasn't a surprise to me that happened, because it's a normal thing that could happen, even though it's horrible. But so when it happened, I was like, okay, cool. If I can dodge this and I see the other one, I can keep dodging. I'll add it to my moves and then also be dodging. But when it actually hits me, the other one actually hits me, and I realized it wasn't a safe place to be, because who knows, they could throw a bottle and it hit my head and I'll end up in the hospital. And I had already, it's not like I just walked on stage right after getting on stage. I had performed for a while. I performed for about 10 minutes or almost 10 minutes. So I felt like, okay, it's cool. I can just go and my fans can catch up with me later. Yes.
All right, Feli, women in the industry, this is obviously a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
You look at the artists of the decade nominations and you are finding just 2 women.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like, is there a place for women in this business?
Now there is. I feel like why maybe artists of the decade there were just 2 women was because a lot of other female acts fell off along the way. That's why we've just had Ifya and Becca amongst just a few who have been consistent. And consistency is key in everything, in every business. It's consistency. Just imagine if Coca-Cola stops producing, or any brand stops producing, they'll forget about you. Yes, they'll switch and go to the next one. So they have been consistent, so kudos to them. And it's not easy as a female artist. It costs more money to produce a female artist, I would know, because a female artist has to dress up, do makeup, do hair. My hair costs, oh God, you have no idea. So I can't say unless you give me the money, then I'll say it. If you don't give me the money, then I'll say it.
Call my bankers.
So and then I mean, it's much more different for a guy where he has to just put on some nice shirts, sneakers, and get a haircut and off you go. Most of the time you just go on stage, go do their thing. Girls, there's more choreography with dances. I'm likening it to my craft, so that's how it is. So so the money factor, and also we also face challenges where we don't have people who believe enough to just want to invest for returns and profits. They also probably just want to sleep with you and things like that. And it's also discouraging for a lot of females. And and what else? Yeah, so then that, and then the whole, maybe they get married. You know, women, we are so strong and so powerful, and we sacrifice so much, where you give your life to raising a family and taking care of your man in a home and all that. So probably balancing it with the music career, where it's not like a 9 to 5 where you're working for just a period of time. You are flying around, you work from Monday to Monday. It never ends. Every time, like late hours, shows happen in the night. So
is the music business in Ghana lucrative enough? As an artist, you have some years ahead to live. You might have dependents. You might have plans for yourself.
Yeah.
Do you feel our industry is giving you guys enough for you to really commit yourself to doing music business on a full time?
Now there are prospects of making money as compared to first, because I feel like it's just a switch that we need to properly make when it comes to the system of monetizing music, like, because yes, exactly, because gone are the days where you have to go and buy a CD, and people used to buy CDs, and now you can easily download music, and that should be condemned. And you should encourage people to buy music digitally, because I mean, I don't come and tell you that pure water seller say give it to me for free, that because it's just there, I'll just pick it. No, you have to encourage people to buy the music, so that we can also get more money to produce, to shoot better videos, to do greater things. So it is lucrative. You see a lot of other artists who are making money. I'm making money, but I'm not making enough at all. I'm not making enough. No money. Hey, please, the money that's enough. I think the money that's enough is when you are paying your bills and you have more, or like double to ball when you're
Like,
chilling, to pop. Yeah, that's
reward yourself after the hard
yeah,
work.
that's when you know that money is actually enough. Yes, so I don't. There's nothing like a lot of money though, but there's something like enough money. Yes, so I think that's it's a good business, and there should be people should invest more because the entertainment industry employs a lot of people, a lot of people. I go on set. My Love Me Now music video set had over 30 people on set, and all those people were employed, all those people were paid, all those people were fed. So you can imagine the money that goes into the music business. So we just encourage great investors, right investors with the right mind to just come and pump more money into
Well, let's talk about your music. Into you, okay, the money.
The money into me.
I heard you said if any record label is approaching you, you've set your range for them.
Yes. I've set a range. I said $1 billion. No, is it a million or a billion? I think
She
a million.
She now that figure. No, I think she wants to push it up.
I want to push it up. A million
or maybe in the last few weeks the brand has grown so much.
Right?
That,
it's been growing. So $1 million or more. And why I say that is because I mean $1 million. I won't lie. I'm just saying it figuratively, but I want people, yes, a very good offer. I've had offers, so I've had offers within this time that I've left my record label, but I don't feel like anything is good enough or they are good enough for me to give myself as an artist and be tied to a label, because nowadays with this social age and technological age, you can be able to do a lot more for yourself. Yes, so that's what I'm just hoping to do. And me as Felinuna, I'm a business on my own, so I have to make sure that whoever is coming to partner and coming to elevate my business is coming in with the right mind.
Feli, let's talk about your music. In the last couple of years, the last few years, you've dropped some songs. Honestly, one of my favorite is Dream.
Oh, thank you.
I love it so much. And
so
I like that song. I play it like all the time. The content is solid. Big ups. I really love it.
Thank you.
Do you have a progressive plan or a strategy that you use to drop your music? Because I realize these days we can be there and we wake up to a freestyle, a rap freestyle. I don't know, because maybe you are so talented, you just give us what you feel like. Is it planned, or you do these things at your will and feel?
I have a strategy that the team put together as per my releases for the year, where we have the duration with which we release the music. So probably release every 3 months or every 2 months. But definitely I record all the time. I write all the time, and up to now I have about 60 songs that I can't wait to release. And I keep on telling my team that if I have to wait every 3 months, every 2 months to be able to release a song, then God forbid I'll pass, and then there'll be so many songs.
Please, Team Felinuna, drop the song for we need those songs.
So honestly, this year, and thankfully, because I'm not with a record label, I have more freedom and more room to do that. So this year, I'll drop a lot more songs. That will be aside the songs that I'm pushing with the videos and doing my promo and my tours for. But I'll drop more passion projects this year.
What is the reason for the freestyles that's coming?
So Triple F, people love me as a rapper, and I love myself as a rapper, because when I'm rapping, or rap does for me, even aside showing my skills, is I learn a lot when I rap, because I love words. I love putting words together, and when I'm rapping, sometimes a word comes into my head and I'm like, I don't know this word. I go check in the dictionary, and then I get the word and I see another something else, and it helps me learn, and I like that. So it's also a challenge I've put on myself to be able to just drop freestyles every week. So as I'm showing the fans what I have and entertaining the fans, I'm also upgrading myself as an individual, as an artist and a human being.
Because honestly, Feli, you are one of the few complete artists we have in Ghana right now.
Thank you.
Music, singing, rap, dance, stage performances. When I watch you on the stage, the craft. Sometimes you come with your dancers, you are dancing, you are singing, and you rap as well. Like, how do you do this? Like,
it's the grace of God. Feel like how you making my head so huge.
like for I kind of tell myself, like, how does she do all this?
It's the grace of God. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's also teamwork. Hugely teamwork, because it takes people around me to be able to bring my vision to life, and also their vision as well. Them also fusing their vision. When we are dancing, one of my dancers, she's my head choreographer, AJ. She also helps. She choreographs. When I go for when I'm here, my road manager is here, who has made sure that everything is on point. So it's teamwork. It's just God and teamwork. Yes.
All right, Feli. What projects are you pushing now, or are you about to surprise us with an album or something?
No, I wanted to drop an album this year, but I don't have enough money to push an album now. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop more singles, drop more features, because I believe when I drop an album, I want it to be picked up by the major distribution labels around the world. I want it to be like on the Billboard charts. I know it's my first album, and it's like
people personally, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see a Felinuna album.
And my album is actually it's ready. It's called Flight. So it stands for freedom, love, inspiration, God, happiness, and truth. So those are the themes of the album, and it's a very amazing, like, collective body of work, which I'm very proud about, and I want to get the right time to release it. And for now, I'm just going to tease people with singles and projects. I love production as well. I love like putting short stories and what's more reality things together. So I'll be doing that as well. So yeah, it's just life and living it.
Let's talk about our industry.
Okay.
Were you at the Vgma?
No,
because I haven't seen anything yet. Why didn't you go?
I was chilling. So it's my birthday weekend. Okay, it's my birthday. My birthday was yesterday. So I went out of town very early Saturday morning. Okay, well, Friday night, I partied. I had so much fun. I went to Onyx. I went to Carbon. I popped bottles, had fun. Then I didn't sleep. Straight I went out of town right in the morning when I go home to just chill and relax. And I came back yesterday, and I skipped all the drama. Yes, and I was so happy.
But you heard what happened?
I heard and I saw what happened. Yes, I saw on your blog as well. Yeah. I think it's very horrible. It's very sad. It's very appalling, because we are an industry trying to project ourselves to the world, and this made us look like a joke, and I mean, it's nice when you have small beef and small rivalry within artists. It brings up conversation. It's nice, but when you actually act on it, I feel like what Shatta and Stonebwoy, whatever it happened, they were both wrong. Stonebwoy was wrong for pulling out the gun. Shatta was wrong for rushing to Stonebwoy like that with his people, because it's clearly stated in the invites, or in the invite, that you're not supposed to rush when someone gets an award, like move to the person, like all these things. So I feel like it's just projected us very badly, and I'm sorry to Chatter House who have to do the damage control, but they also flopped. If their security was also on point, they would have known that Stonebwoy's team had a gun. All these things you're supposed to know. The same way you enter a club or anywhere, and then they check you, pat you down. They know the people who have weapons. They know, so you can control the situation. So them leaving that to slide, I feel, was very horrible. But it's an issue, because security needs to be on point. One, with shows, and Felix, I know you know what I'm talking about. Backstage is chaos most of the time. Entrance to shows, everything. We need to really do that to be able to be at par with the people who are the movers and the shakers of the world when it comes to entertainment, because you wouldn't go to the Grammys and see something like this. Yeah, so we really need to do that, and I'm begging Stonebwoy and Shatta, Wale to find a common ground, because what they are doing or how they are acting doesn't just affect them, but it affects the fans on the streets. People would fight, people would get hurt because of this that's happening. I mean, it's entertainment, it's for love, it's for peace, it's for enjoyment, it's for us to learn and be enriched as individuals, not for us to be hurt. So yeah.
That's so emotional. I'm touched right now. Oh man, Feli, you just said it all. And before I let you go, I'm sure some man might be watching us for the first time. I've spoke about your dream song, and there are a lot more. There's one with Stonebwoy. What's the title of the one?
Love Me Now. Yes, Love Me Now with Stonebwoy, and then Azar, which is out now. Azar is everywhere. Please go watch it.
It's a party song.
Yes, it's a party song. It means celebration. Yeah. So come, let's celebrate. That's my recent project, and I shot it in Ho in the Volta region. It's to project my people, and also this year is the year of return. So it's also to just the Ministry of Tourism. It's just to just highlight what we have here, our culture that we have here, to encourage more people to come, all the people in the diaspora, to come down, to come and use whatever skills they've learned in learning in the States or in Europe, wherever. Come down, come and use it to build your own country, and let's just grow as one. So
wow. And before I let her go, your social media handles where people can get your music, because Charlie, you need to check out Felinuna's music. Man.
Okay, so my social media handle is it's Felinuna. Felinuna everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Felinuna, and please search for the YouTube channel itself, Felinuna, because when I signed to when I left my record label, my former record label, my term expired and I just didn't renew. They took my old YouTube. Yeah. So I had to create a new one, which Love Me Now is on. My first independent project, Go Me, then Azar, and so please, if you go search for me right now on YouTube and you see my name at the first part and you hit subscribe, that's not my page. That's the old page. Yes, because.
But is it the same name?
No, it's not the same name. Okay. But I think the algorithm on YouTube or whatever, because my content is more on that page. Yes, so when they search Felinuna, it just comes up. Yes, we are trying to find a way around it. But for now, please scroll down and you see some girl in a nice white top with some 2 ponytails. That's my page.
That is it.
So please go follow and subscribe and share and buy the music. But it's just on Uptown. You can get it on Uptown. It's just 99 pesos. That's 1 CD. Yes. You can buy with mobile money. So you just have to all my songs, just buy them off Uptown so that I can buy my Porsche Cayenne soon.
And then she can release her album, because I'm definitely waiting for it.
He's waiting for the album, so I can release my album. So please do that for your girl.
All right, Feli, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Always great to have you around.
Always great to have you.
Charlie, you heard it all, my people. We've got a lot more to give you. Stick and stay.